Now let us see the law of variable proportion. The law of variable proportion states that when there is a two factors, that is one is variable factor, one variable factor, and the second one is fixed factor. Fixed factor. When the production is being held with one variable factor, one fixed factor, in this situation, the total production of the business will increase in increasing rate. After certain period, the production will increase at a decreasing rate. Then it will decline. The total production will decline. This is a situation explains the law of variable proportion. Means how you are increasing the variables. When there is a one fixed and one variable, the variable factor will increasing in increasing rate, right? The corresponding the total production will increase at increasing rate. After certain variable, the production is increased at a decreasing rate, then it will be declined. Now we will discuss the law of variable proportion with the suitable schedule and the graph. So here, as per this law, there are two factors, that is one variable factor, one fixed factor. So I am taking here capital is the fixed factor and labor is variable factor. So here it is fixed factor, it is variable factor, right? The total production, what is total production? Average production and marginal production. Right. To explain the law of variable proportion, we are preparing one schedule in order to understand how the total production will increase in increasing rate, and after that will increasing in decreasing rate, then how it will be declined, right? Now first we take the marginal production as 1 2 3 2 1 0 minus 1. The marginal production 1 2 3 2 1 0 minus 1, easy to understand and remember. 1 2 3 2 1 0 minus 1. Based on that you can take here the total production 1 3 6 8 9 9 and 8. This is the total production, where the fixed capital is at 1000 rupees. Capital in terms of rupees 1000 1000 1000 1000 1000 1000 and 1000, right? The variable factors 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Here we are taking one fixed input, one variable input, then we are observing what is the total production, what is the marginal production, and also the average production. Average production you can ascertain by dividing the total production by the labor, because this is the variable factor. So we are dividing the total production with the labor or the variable input, that is 1 by 1 equal to 1, 3 by 2 equal to 1.5, 6 by 3 equal to 2, 8 by 4 equal to 2, 9 by 5 equal to 1.8, 9 by 6 equal to 1.5, and 8 by 7 equal to 1.1. So this is our average production. So this is a schedule we call as a law of variable proportion schedule. In this schedule, one input factor is fixed, one input factor is variable. So now we are observing what is the movement of total production, average production and marginal production. So marginal production is the difference between the previous and current. If you want to ascertain the marginal production at first factor, first one, that is 0 minus 1 or 1 minus 0, then 3 minus 1 2, 6 minus 3 3, 8 minus 6 2, 9 minus 8 1, 9 minus 9 0, 8 minus 9 minus 1. Average production is average of the total production and the labor, right? Here fixed capital is remains constant at any level of production. So how you are increasing the labor, proportionately the production is increasing up to certain time, then it will increase at increasing rate, then it is decreased at a decreasing rate. So this is schedule called as law of variable proportion schedule. Now let us plot all these points on the graph in order to ascertain, in order to see the behavior of total production curve, average production curve and also the marginal production curve, right? So let us take the graph. X-axis, Y-axis. On X-axis, take the labor 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, and Y-axis total production, and write here marginal production, simply marginal production. Can take total production, average production and marginal production. What is the range of this total production, average production and marginal production? Here -1 to 9, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 Y-axis, right? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Now this axis reveals the labor, this axis is reveals the labor 1 to 7, and the Y-axis reveals the total production, average production and marginal production. Now let us plot the points on the graph for total production. At 1 labor the production is at 1, at 2 the total production is at 3, at 3 it is 6 approximately here, at 3 it is 6, at 4 it is 8, 4 approximately here 8, at 5 it is 9, 5 it is 9, at 6 again it is at 9, at 7 it is at 8, it is at 8. So this is the movement of the total production curve from 1. This is called total production curve or total physical production. Now you can take the marginal production curve. Marginal production curve is also start from 1 labor, 1 marginal production, 2 labor, again it is 2 labor at 2, at labor 3, the marginal production at 3, 4 it is decreased to 2, labor 5 it is decreased to 1, at 6 it is 0, at 7 it is minus 1. Means here the behavior of the marginal production curve is this is marginal production curve, MP, marginal production curve, right? Next, average production 1. So let us see, before drawing the margin average production curve, the behavior of these two curves. So at 0 there is no production, there is no marginal production, there is no total production. Here how the marginal production is increasing, the total production is also increased at increasing rate. Means here 1 2 3, 3 to 6, 3 to 6. Here this is the stage called as increasing stage. Means it is also called increasing returns to factor, increasing returns to factor, because here 1 to 3, 3 to 6, here gradually it is increasing for every increasing in the labor. After 6 to increase to 8, 8 to 9. Here after this this is decreasing returns to factor. After 6 the total production is increasing but decreasing rate. So after 9 this is negative returns to factor, negative returns to factor. It is not increasing, not even at constant, but it is going negative. Means here, see, here you can easily find 1 2 3 increasing returns to factor, then 2 1 0 decreasing returns to factor, then it is negative returns to factors, negative return to factor. The same you can observe here, where the marginal production is intersecting x-axis, that is 0, marginal production is 0. This is called as optimum production, optimum production point. Optimum production point means that is 9 units at 0. Here if you still increasing the product by increasing the labor unit, then the marginal production is goes to negative. It means that the total production is decreasing, not even at constant, it is decreasing. So this is the graph explains the law of variable proportion. So up to 3 units it is at increasing rate. When the marginal production start the decreasing, then the total production is increasing at a decreasing rate. Where the marginal production is at 0, that is equal to 0, then the total production reaches the maximum output, maximum output. So the total production do not go beyond that point. Still if we are increasing the labor, the total production is starts decrease. The total production will start decrease. Then if you want to see the behavior of the average production in the same graph, so at 1 it is 1, at 2 it is also 2, sorry 1.5, this is at 1.5 approximately here. 3 it is 2, 3, 2, 4 still it is 2, 5 1.8, 5 1.8 approximately here, 6 1.5, 6 1.5, 7 1.1, 7 1.1 approximately here, means this is average production curve. Average production curve. This is marginal production curve. This is total production curve. This is the behavior of the total production curve, average production curve, and the marginal production curve. This is a schedule which explains law of variable proportions. So there are the three stages in this case, that is increasing returns to scale, decreasing returns to scale, and negative returns to scale, or increasing returns to factor, decreasing returns to factor, and negative returns to factor. This happens in short run production because we are taking one fixed input and one variable input. So in short run period only we can able to divide the factors into two, that is one fixed and one variable. So in case of a short run production, how you are increasing, while increasing the one input where another factor is fixed, up to certain period the total production will increase in increasing rate. After that the total production will increase at a decreasing rate. After reaching the optimum output, still if you increase the variable input, then the total production will decline, where the marginal production will go to negative. The marginal production will go to negative, that is negative returns to factor. How you are increasing? After reaching the optimum output, you will be incur negative returns to factor. So this is what the law of variable proportion. So this is the law of variable schedule, law of variable schedule, and this is law of variable schedule curve, that is graphical representation of total production, average production, marginal production. We have seen that total production is the total products that we have produced by using the inputs introduced in the production process. Average production is the average of total production, or the relation between total production and the variable input. And the marginal production is the difference between the difference in the total production by the difference between the difference in the quantity of inputs, right? So this is the explanation of law of variable proportion, or law of proportion with one variable input, production function with one variable input. The second variable is remains constant. This is fixed variable, this is variable input. Labor is variable input, in this case capital is fixed, and the total production, average production, marginal production. So by observing this graph we can easily find here total production is increasing, increasing rate. After this is increasing but decreasing rate. After reaching optimum, it will decline. So here we can divide this into 3 stages. This is stage 1. This is stage 1 up to 3. Stage 1. Stage 1. After 3 units, this is till getting the maximum output. Stage 2. After this is stage 3, where the total production goes down, decline. Stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. Up to 3 units, stage 1. Up to 3 units, stage 1. This is after 3 units, stage 2, and this is stage 3, going down. Stage 1, this is stage 2, and this is stage 1. 1, 2, 3. You can also find in the graph stage 1, 2, 3. Otherwise, stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, last one. Right? My dear students, this is also very important in examination point of view, that is law of variable proportions. Okay, so until now we have discussed in production concept, what is production, what is the production function, what are the factors of production, and what are the different types of productions, and law of variable proportion, returns to scale, different laws of returns to scale. My dear students, here explaining the concept with the schedule and the graph is very important. If you understand how we are preparing the schedule and the graph, that is very easy to understand theoretically the concept. Okay, thank you.